Our Manatee Critical Care Center is really important because we give manatees a second chance at life. We get, sick and injured animals, and we just really want to help them get better and get them back out.
It's akin to someone being picked up in an ambulance, and then you figure out where's the closest hospital.
So the goal of the David A. Straz Manatee Critical Care Center is to rescue, rehab, and release injured, orphan, and sick manatees back to Florida waters. Some have been here for almost 2 years, and some just came in the door yesterday.
This year we'll probably have more than 1,000 manatees die. A large portion of those because of starvation on the East Coast. Environmental changes have led to a dieback in seagrasses, which is their primary food.
Manatees eat 10 to 15% of their body weight every single day. I think right now we've been averaging about 1,200 pounds of food a day. 50% of their diet is usually romaine lettuce, and then we'll supplement with some endive and escarole lettuce as well. It has to be restaurant quality. We order it every day from a produce company, and we want to make sure that it's the best they can get.
Manatee calves can be very challenging. When they get here, our first hope is that they have a nursing response. When I'm feeding a baby manatee and they're kind of tucked up against me, my first thought usually is just, I'm so thankful that you were found. I'm just praying that the manatee is gonna take on to nursing and kind of continue on those stages of life that we need it to get through so we can release it back.
Hello! And why I'm really excited right now is that our calf Tober, the 2.5 weeks that he has been here, has not accepted a bottle, and this was his first finishing the bottle. So that's like a really big step in his development.
We kind of feel all the emotions here in our critical care center because you go through kind of that recovery with them.
Just being where he was to where he is now, it's awesome.
We know that we need more critical care centers in order to keep doing what we're doing.
This entire site is going to be a dolphin, whale, and manatee rehab site. We're going to add these additional pools, which will specifically be for manatees. I was just talking to one of our biologists over on the East Coast. She is already beginning to see emaciated manatees show up at those power plants. So we expect 2022 to be as bad, if not worse, as 2021. Now we're sort of at a potential tipping point if we're having so many manatees die. It's going to be really important that not only do we maintain the existing capacity to rescue and rehab these animals, but also expand it like what we're doing right here. If we don't, it is almost certain that that population, particularly on the East Coast, will begin to decline.
We recently got a new manatee in. He's definitely a really critical case. Probably one of the skinniest cases I've seen in my time here. Definitely has kind of a peanut, we call it a peanut head, that kind of sunken in shape. They have kind of what looks like hand bones like we do, so you could definitely see the outline of those bones. And yeah, he's gonna definitely take some time. And we're very optimistic here. We know we are in a rehab setting and that at any point in time, things can change on an animal's health. We don't give up hope. Our team is 100% dedicated. So there's a lot of things that individuals can do to help the manatees.
If you're a big boater, you need to watch out for them. You need to slow down in manatee zones.
Wear polarized sunglasses, try to have a spotter on board.
Pick up some trash if you're ever along the beach, because all of that can enter the waterway and not only affect manatees, but other animals.
Don't throw your fishing line out into the ocean. Make sure you pull that back in.
We need to be very aware about water quality, reducing the amount of fertilizers that you use, and anything that you hear about that increased nutrient load, in the marine environment.
I'm hopeful things will get better. I don't think it's going to happen overnight. I do think really just getting the awareness out there that manatees need our help.
They're just really great animals. They're just majestic when you see them, and when you see them up close, it's really something.
We love when guests come to the zoo. I feel like we've touched lives when they come here, and we want people to continue to come here and so they can bring their children and their grandchildren.
And if we, as a society, cannot protect these animals right here in our own backyard, well, shame on us, because it can be done and it should be done.
They're just a wonderful animal that I hope we keep around forever.